Today's Tuesday. Let's talk about our social studies lesson for today. The rest of this week you will be working with Chapter 7, Lesson 5. It begins on page 355. You have 2 days to read this lesson. Please take notes into your social studies notebook as needed. In this lesson, you will be introduced to the different parts of government in Michigan. When you talk about the different parts of the government, they're usually called branches. And so that's why they have this illustration of the tree. There are 3 different branches that you're going to be reading about: the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. The executive branch would be the governor of our state. The legislative branch would be the Senate, who makes the laws. And the judicial would be like the courts and the judges. All 3 parts of the government are based on the Constitution that we learned in our last lesson. You'll have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to read this section and lesson in your social studies. And then on Thursday, you will be doing a worksheet for this lesson and submitting it. Today for English, we will be looking at page 166 in your textbook. 7.5 in English talks about titles of books and poems. There are special rules for when you write these out or type them out. When you have a book title should always be underlined. If you had, they give the example, The Chocolate Touch or The Little House on the Prairie. The title of the book, Charlotte's Web, whatever book you have, The Life According to Humphrey, the title should be, each letter should be capitalized, and then it should be underlined. The author, if you have by and then the author's name, does not need to be underlined. Just the book title itself should be capitalized and underlined. If you have a poem, we did a poem unit in reading where we read some and we wrote some. So your title of your poem and the title of the poems that we read, if you wrote them out or typed them out, should have quotation marks around the title, and each word should be capitalized. Those are the 2 differences between books and poems. After reading through that in your textbook and taking notes as you need into your your English notebook, you may turn to your workbook on page 109 and complete that for submission on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day.